So, Yasmina, I am amazed with the kind of knowledge you have. And I'm actually envious of people who get to work with you. But to be really honest, there are so many people who are doing EFT. So many people. And in my country, there's a fact. I love my country, yet there's a fact. We go on the YouTube, we pick up EFT, oh, this is it. And we think this is what it is. And it's done with. Could you highlight as to why it's important to work with a professional and learn about it? Thank you.
uh, what you just said very often bothers me because people would often say, "Oh, I was typing and it didn't work." And
Oh,
the way I compare that, or how I show to people that tapping is just necessary part of the process. It's not that what it is. It's like when you would take acupuncture and say, I've been pricking myself with needles and it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. We need to know where to put the needle, how long we have to put the needle. You know, there is huge amount of knowledge that comes with acupuncture. Uh, that's similar with EFT. Tapping is just a way to help the energy flow wherever it's stuck. Exactly the same way when the needle is in the body in the right place and in the right sequence, it helps that energy that is stuck to flow. But the essence of EFT is not in tapping. Tapping is necessary part of it, but it's far away from being the essence of EFT. So we really need to know much, much more and how to connect with what to connect. That's the main main point because we are quite complex beings. We have, our soul has a history. Our soul is not here, or I rarely come across someone who is here for the first time in this physical body. We usually have number of lives behind, and emotional scars that are created and that were not healed. Some people believe that, you know, once when we go in different dimension up there, we get cleansed, totally cleansed, and you know, it's a great relief. That's not true at all.
okay. So death is not the answer.
That's not the answer, definitely. We do need to do our work, and it's better to do our work while we are here. It's not that we are just investing in this life to have better life in many different ways, because it's our perception, how we see this world, and we create the world the way we see it. But also it's a big investment in the future, really big investment in future lives, because whatever we didn't clear, it will come later on. It will show up in certain life, and who knows what way we will need to deal with that and learn that lesson. And who knows whether we will learn that lesson at all, or there will be another layer built upon, and we will need to carry that on further in who knows, and who knows how many times in future lives. So EFT is a phenomenal tool. It works, but saying EFT is tapping, I tap on myself and it didn't work. Well, I always ask, okay, how did you tap? What you've done? What you've been connecting with? How did you dig out what contributes to it? And I always remember a lady that came to me with cervical cancer, and she was saying that she's done everything with someone using EFT. And I said, what have you been doing everything? And she said, well, you know, we were building a house, and I've been dealing with tradespeople, and you know how it is with tradespeople. They never show up on time. They always do what they want. I've been so stressed, and I worked through all that stress. I totally solved everything, and I don't understand why that cancer is still there. And us that are in mental health, we know what's the cervical cancer all about. And it was at the tip of my tongue to say I didn't, but it was at the tip of my my tongue to ask, okay, which one of them sexually rejected you? Because we know what to look for. So when someone said they work on everything that was stressing them, and actually that was a very small issue that doesn't have anything to do with tradespeople. It had to do with her situation in her family, but it was so small that she couldn't even pick it up as something that bothered her a lot. But because of the cumulative pressure of all other stresses, that was her line of sensitivity that managed to kind of kicked in and started biological process in the way of creating a cervical issue. And once when it was over, it started becoming a cervical cancer, and she was looping because that wasn't resolved completely at the mind level and in her family situation. So we do need to know much more than just tapping. Tapping is, everyone, a small child can learn tapping within few minutes. That's not, it's not what it is all about.
Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.